Today we're going to do plant checks and see what's in the greenhouse. Looking at this mud in my very small space has me once again wondering if I shouldn't put wood chips down. Humidity is good, and the temperature in the greenhouse is good. These look a little dry, and I don't see any germination yet. So back here we have serrano peppers, ghost peppers, spaghetti squash, and shishito peppers. In front we have marigolds, French dwarf variety. We have cayenne peppers, poblano peppers, habanero peppers, and Hungarian hot wax peppers. Next to that we have broccoli rabe, and the burgundy broccoli variety, and we're going to be planting that up with marigolds, the Cracker Jack variety. That is going to look so pretty. I'm so looking forward to that one. We've got fennel in the back. I have not been able to successfully grow fennel. I've tried it multiple times, and I'm still trying. Over here we have alpine strawberries. They require both light and heat to germinate, and they have a long germination period. So we shall see how long it takes for them to come up, if they come up. Here up front we have red hot cherry peppers, and that is everything here. This little tray is off the top shelf too. We've got ground cherries, blueberry tomatoes, Caribbean habaneros, mulatto, Islano peppers, and Kajari melons. Okay, so this is the big tray from the second shelf, and as you see, we've got something here that is really about ready to be upplanted. Although this does look a little leggy, and being that it was on the second shelf, it probably was straining for light. The good side is I'll probably plant it up to here, and so all of this will turn into its root system. Okay, it looks like we will definitely be doing some upplanting our next time we're out and about. These champagne bubble cherry tomatoes look like they're ready to be uppotted. I just started this lemon cucumber. In the back we've got bell peppers, wonder bell peppers. Here we've got currants, the Tess Lands, race currant, and there's several plants there. Next to that we've got sausage cream tomatoes. My sister doesn't really like the acidity in tomatoes at all, so I thought I'd try that, see if she likes that. This is a unique melon. In this tray we've got Cubanelle peppers. We've got 3 plants. Yeah, 3 plants. So I'll probably, and this one looks kind of small. Looks, did something get in there? Okay, so this is a Cubanelle pepper. Next to this is a melon. I'm gonna have to show you the package. It looked very interesting. This is an egg Turkish orange eggplant. This is a Jamaican yellow mushroom pepper, and this is the black from Tallulah tomato plant. It looks like we've got 3 down there, and maybe before. And so we'll be planting those probably about the same time we plant these champagne tomato plants. So behind that we've got black cherry tomatoes, and it doesn't look like they're germinating at all. Let's see, when did I plant these? Oh, I didn't put, that's interesting. I usually put a date on these, but I didn't there. Over here are the King Richard leeks. I'm very proud of those. I have such a hard time growing leeks. So those are happy. Hot pepper, sweet cherries, pimento peppers. Look at that little teeny, I don't know what that is. Oh, it looks like maybe it dampened off. Oh, it looks like 2 of them dampened off. I must be trying it again. I do try it. If I see any life in anything, I'll keep trying. And back here is just an interesting looking melon. I'll pull out all the seed packets for all of these so that you can see what they're supposed to be. This is a Crenshaw melon. And yeah, I guess we went over that tray. Let's go get another. So here we have my early hot jalapenos. We've got Savory Winter back there, barely germinating. Takes a long time. It's always so difficult from seed. And here's more Alpine strawberries, just a little divot coming up there, and the garden lavender has not yet started to come up. And this is why I hate ants in the greenhouse, because ants bring aphids to your plants, and aphids secrete some sort of delicious something for ants. So ants will take these aphids to your plant so they could do their thing, and then the ants can enjoy the byproduct. Okay, so this is a sweet cherry hot pepper, cayenne pepper, sweet Chinese giant, another sweet pepper, cayenne pepper heirloom, California wonder pepper heirloom, and sweet banana peppers heirloom. I'm looking to, I think, have most of my garden be in-season heirlooms at any one time. So we'll see how that works. Okay, these are coming up nicely and barely need any watering. Okay. Now in the back we've got habanero, Caribbean red peppers, Jamaican yellow mushroom peppers, habanero peppers, Caribbean orange habanero peppers, and we've got 2 that looks like they were rubbed off. Now one is a tomato plant, probably a cherry tomato of some sort, and the other one I'm not sure what it is. I actually take pictures, so I'll be able to go back and look to see what those were and then touch up those labels. Whatever this one is coming up nicely. This one looks like that one might not come up at all, huh? That looks pretty. A brandywine pole tomato, large red cherry pepper, Peter Pan squash, early long purple eggplant, Armenian cucumbers, and straight 8 cucumbers. Ooh, looks like 2 of those plants are coming up. You know, I'll only be keeping probably 1 of each plant, 1 or 2 of each plant, depending on space. Again, space is serious. I can't do everything, but I can do something. That doesn't look great at all. What's that coming up? Okay, so this is a Peter Pan squash, and I just pulled something out of there. I don't think that's coming up. This Kiwano jelly melon, that doesn't look too great, so that may not come up, but you know, of course we'll be nursing them. Sugar daddy snap peas, And that's another thing. I had another idea. I think we're going to take these snap peas out over here and also out of these nasturtium pots because they're just not doing as well as these. These were the last ones planted, excuse me. And look how much better they're doing than this one and this one. The one in the front is bushy because I topped it. And then these I just let, grow as tall as they'll grow. But yeah, so we'll do that sometime soon. Just take those out, either replant them if I can, but if I can't, they just get composted. So, and then this is red burgundy onions. These are red long onions. This is Kawano jelly melon. More jelly melon. Now I've never tried these before. I've never grown them, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they taste. They have a striking appearance, so yeah, I'm looking forward to those. I'm looking forward to the kids seeing those too. Okay, so and then this is cucumber lemon, and this is a Peter Pan squash plant. So that's in there too, ready to do something for us. I actually brought this tray out because I want to I'm going to start some sweet potato slips, and this is the tray I want to start them in. So I do come out daily. I check both the humidity and the internal temperature. The temperature varies sometimes from the top shelf to the bottom shelf, but not wildly, but it does vary enough sometimes to melt these little tabs. They get melted down, and then I just bend them back up. There have been times I've seen it happen. Most times I see it after the fact, but there's been times I've seen it happen and it was over 100 degrees inside the greenhouse. So here are my future plants, my future compost, my future fertilizer. At the bottom of the greenhouse, I just have little doohickeys, little trays, different sized seed trays because I do a lot of seeding and work with my seedlings right there. There's always something to do around here. As we empty out the greenhouse, or it empties itself out, not everything is going to make it. Not everything ever makes it around here. But as we empty out the greenhouse, I'll be removing some of these shelves because some of these things really aren't supposed to be planted this early. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just doing whatever I want. And so I could take out these shelves and then have whatever plants just grow as long as or as large and wide as they want to. It's in here, and then plant them up, at the beginning of summer or something like that. It stays really warm in there. I'm really excited about going vertical with some of these melons. I think, creativity is what's going to make my small space successful. Since the jalapeno peppers were on this shelf when the pests got them, I'm going to move them to another shelf. I'm going to move them down below, and I'm going to spray them a bit with neem oil. Not overwhelmingly so, but just a little water with a drop or two of neem oil in it. Other than that, everything that's coming up is looking okay. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about all these melons and these eggplants because I'm going to do sort of a hammock sort of thing, a vertical growing hammock. It's an idea, not a method, and I think it'll work in my small space. And speaking of work, I've got some ideas, better ideas for containers for these grape vines. I do think this will work, and as we've seen by this one, they're comfortable. He's growing, he's well, he's reaching for the trellis, but before they get too situated, I'm going to change out both of these, and We'll see how that works. There's a lot going on here, huh? I mean, that's the thing about a small space garden. It's only as much work as you want it to be. Elsewhere in the garden, these beefsteak tomatoes are really ripening up. The nasturtium is blooming. That tomato is getting tall. I'm going to need to move. I'm going to need to shuffle all of these containers soon enough. The Swiss chard is really growing. The regular and the rainbow. And let's take a look at the dill. Yum, yum, yum. Let's take a look at the dill that we've got growing with the kale. Yum, yum. I feel like I have a handful of gems, precious gems. Everything in the garden is doing well. A few things are going to be up potted soon, need to be up potted soon, but nothing is screaming for care. So, you've seen what's in the greenhouse. Now we'll take a look at what I'm hoping to grow in the garden and the seeds for those particular items. And now it's raining. I don't have a fancy seed box or photo album. Um, I just don't want to spend excess money on things like that. So this little box does it for me, and I just get these little clips at the dollar store. It helps me when I fold them over. It helps me keep everything sealed. And my categories are a little arbitrary too, but I know where to find everything. I know where everything is. This seems to be the system that works the best for me. Just make a list of everything that I've planted out in a planter, in what size gallon planter, and what additional plants are layered in that particular planter. This works for me. Um, and then I can look up all my companion plants with ease so that I know that if this is not doing well, what else can I plant in that space that won't harm the existing plants. I'm currently using this quick glance planting chart from San Diego Seed Company. I actually have several of their seed packages here, and they offer this for free. It's color coded when you can transplant something, when you can direct sow it, the preferences of the plants, if you can do either or, if you were going to do a succession planting, that is planting one in a week or two after the other so that you have a continuous supply of whatever it is you're growing. And then it has like little notes, short-lived perennial in large plant. This is so much information. They give it totally for free. This is for vegetables. And on this side, they have fruit, or not, excuse me, flowers with the same little beautiful notes. These are the seed packets for some of the plants that we have in the greenhouse. There's that brown cherry tomato, the alpine strawberry, the jelly melon cucumber, the Kawano melon, and the cream sausage tomato. That's the one I'm growing for my youngest sister because she doesn't care for the acidity in tomatoes. This is what we'll be upplanting to its own planter very soon. I'm looking forward to tasting these blueberries tomato. And it is one of these two beefsteaks plants that is out front ripening. So we've got cherry tomatoes, we've got jelly bean hybrid tomatoes, we've got the Tessa's Land Race currant tomatoes. Look how tiny those are in that person's hand. That's interesting. The melons that we have that are going in early summer. Fennel, that Turkish orange eggplant, and delicious spaghetti squash, all in the greenhouse. More of the large red cherry peppers, pimento pepper, black cherry tomato, and then the black from Tula tomato. These plants have already been planted and are located right there with my dill. A lot of hot peppers. I love savory and heat. Really looking forward to trying these ghost peppers. And of course, these wonderful savory looking ones. These have already been planted in front and back in their own planters. I just wanted to show you how pretty and what I'm hoping to pull up very soon. And so we've got some of these plants in the greenhouse waiting for their opportunity to show us what they can do. I tend to direct sow all my herbs and spices, an Armenian cucumber, Peter Pan squash, straight 8 cucumber, burgundy broccoli, broccoli rabe, and lemon cucumber. All in the greenhouse, awaiting their opportunity to shine. And the onions, currently in the greenhouse. This seed packet is another time I bit off more than I can chew. I don't have space for this, not right now. And I think it would take up easily a fourth. If I were to plant one plant of each of this trio, it would easily take up a fourth of my front space, which is quite a lot. I do like flowers. I didn't always, but there's something about them. And I do tend to bite off more than I can chew sometimes. This climbing plant mix. There is no way I can have these out there, but they're so gorgeous. Look at that. There are a couple other. This California bluebells and the Texas bluebonnet. My mom is from Texas, and she came to California as a young woman and built her family here. I thought that would be pretty. And they bloom in different seasons. So we'll have bluebells, bluebonnet, and I'm looking for a small Elysium type plant in, say, a scarlet red. I'm sure I'll find one. Okay, no, that's not it. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I just had it right there? But no, so I have a particular vision in mind. And now it's raining.